Hey everyone, Courtney Mermaid here with a little bit of information on tail maintenance with my current tail. So here you can see I'm just working on the front side of my tail. Um, my tails are made out of neoprene, not neoprene. So neoprene is a blend. It doesn't have actual rubber in it. It's really a personal preference. I know a lot of mermaids use neoprene. Neoprene was just what was available to me at the time, and for a good price. And I quite like the fabric. It's light. It's not too heavy in the water. There you can see some of the damage that's been building up on the heels of my tail. I don't usually do a lot of tail maintenance throughout the winter since it's kind of a mermaid off season, if you will. So as we are slowly approaching sort of springtime and beginning of my mermaid season here in Vancouver, I'm just doing a little bit of work, start getting things up to my standards. And my new tails are coming along. I have 2 new tails in production. They're pretty much ready to go. I just need to get painting, which is the fun part for me. I really enjoy painting. So even though fabric tails do need a bit more maintenance than, say, the more heavy-duty silicone tails, I still really like how artsy I personally get to be with my tail and add those little touches myself. But you can see here, I actually have, a lot of people think that I have a monofin currently in this tail. I do not. It is actually 2 separate flippers. You can actually see me with those flippers in a mermaid training video. I can't think offhand which one it was, but it is one of my mermaid training videos. I do have these actual flippers on. I love these flippers. They fit beautifully. The only thing is this ridge that you see me painting over has been a result of how I glued in the flippers. They've created a bit of a ridge and a bit of a suction, and whenever I mean, all mermaids should try to avoid standing on their flippers in pools or on hard surfaces, just because, or rough surfaces rather, because it does create a bit more stress on the tail and can cause a lot more damage. So, but thanks to that ridge, it has caused a lot more damage than I would have liked. But my new tails aren't going to have this problem anymore, since I will have my new monofin inside them instead. And also, I won't be gluing my tails, the monofin, right into the tail anymore. This will be my last tail that's glued in. Just for drying purposes, it wasn't really, it's not the best. My tails take almost 2 days to dry out completely. So that can be a little bit frustrating, and it's just, you know, to keep it clean and for travel purposes as well. So you can see me checking it out now. I'm debating what to do about my heels. I hadn't realized how much damage there was until, it's all fixable, of course. I mean, you know, it's just paint wearing off. It's no biggie. If there was a hole in the tail, that would be a different story, right? But paint is easy enough to fix. You just have to make sure you have the right colors and a bit of patience is all. So the rough part with my tail is the base color that I used for the whole tail. Well, it's base colors, it's not just one color, but the brand of paint that I use is called Permaset Aqua. And a great fabric paint, I love it. It's just chlorine eats everything, right? So after a while, the paint starts to fade, and where you can see me filling in now is a bit darker. It's because, even though it was the same color, it's because it's faded. So with a couple of swims, you're not going to see the difference anyways. It's just, at the moment, it will look a little bit more intense than other areas of the tail. I've gotten pretty skilled at blending it though. Just, you do enough tail maintenance sessions, and eventually you figure out what works and what doesn't work. But I have found that the Lumiere paint is a lot more adaptable, really. Like, if there's already Lumiere paint there, it blends in really nice, and you don't have to, you smudge a little bit with your finger, kind of work it into the fabric, but it's not, you can see I'm doing it there. But it's a lot easier to work with, I found. Yeah. But I really enjoy tail maintenance, even though a lot of people get frustrated having to maintain their tails, I think. I really find it quite meditative, and I enjoy it because it's another way that I get to be artistic. So, aside from all my work on the computer, I'm Yeah. So the whole thing took about 54 minutes to from start to finish, not just on the tail. You'll see in a minute. I'll also start work on my top, but so it doesn't take too long, you know. I do, of course, then have to wait for it to dry, and once it's dry, then I'll be heat setting it and then adding in the sequins, since I did lose, oh, something like 6 sequins, which was actually pretty good. I thought I'd lost a lot more, um, but it wasn't as bad as I thought initially. So that almost wraps that up, I think. Got a little bit extra glue on there. And here's my current top. I really like the bra that I picked for the overall shape and style. The only thing is it doesn't hold the paint quite as well as I'd like. So that's going to be something I have to look for in the future. It works well, and for it, you know, it'll survive 3 or 4 visits to the pool before it looks at the state that it's in now. But it does need a little bit more attention than my previous tops have needed in the past. The thing is, it's the most comfortable of all the tops, and it fits, I think, with the design of my tail the nicest. So hopefully I can find something that I like, you know, as much as this, that just holds the paint a little bit better. You can see on the straps there where it loses the most, but yeah, and I'm always happy to answer questions. Any of you out there working on your own tail projects, if you ever need a hand or some guidance, I'm always happy to share my tips and tricks and whatnot. So just fire me an email through vancouvermermaid.com and I'll get back to you. This is always the fun part. I love that. Lumiere, that blue is my favorite. Oh, it's so lovely. And it's so much fun to work with. And that's pretty much my video in just a few seconds here. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions, you can, like I said, you can email me or leave them in the comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks so much for watching. I always appreciate the support. And yeah, happy swimming. We'll see you soon. Bye!